Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. We are continuing the 2018 NBA playoff preview / simulation for the round 1 of the playoffs here. For this video, guys, we are looking at the number 1 seed Toronto Raptors and the number 8 seed Washington Wizards. We are going to go through the team stats, player stats, do a simulation, talk about matchups, all that good stuff. So yeah, man, just a quick note that I actually just found out there. It's not really that big a deal, but at the same time, it's just something to note out here is that Joey Meeks was actually just suspended for 25 games at the making of this video, guys. So he is not going to be part of the simulation. So Ty Lawson, who they just signed, who actually had some really good, I think he was playing in China, was doing awesome over there, will probably be back on point guard. And I got to imagine Tomas here will probably go back to his natural shooting guard position on this team. So just a quick note about that. But let's go ahead and check out the team stats to see how both these guys rank offensively and defensively. So team stats right here. Points per game. We have the Toronto Raptors, 111.7 points per game. I absolutely love DeMar DeRozan. Kyle Lowry hopefully does good in this playoff series and everything like that. But man, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, that matchup is going to be so freaking exciting from an offensive standpoint just because they're both dynamic scorers and they both do it in different ways. Like Bradley Beal is just kind of more of a shooting player out there with DeMar DeRozan using his athleticism to get to the basket and the deadly mid-range game that he has out there. The Washington Wizards, they are 13th in the NBA at 106.6 points per game, which is actually pretty impressive because you got to keep in mind that John Wall has been injured for most of this NBA season, and he is the best player on their team. Some might say Bradley Beal. I still think it's John Wall when completely healthy out there. So, you know, if he can get chemistry going with the rest of this team going into the postseason, the Washington Wizards are going to be better than the 8th seed if you ask me. Looking at them from a defensive standpoint, seeing how both these teams rank, we have, okay, so start from the bottom right there. The Toronto Raptors are 6th in the NBA in defense, giving up 103.9 points per game. Just like, they have so many different, like, defensive players off their bench. Just a lot of hustle guys out there, energy guys. OG is a beast. Sycam out there is a beast. So yeah, man, the Raptors, defensively, definitely one of the best teams in the NBA. And the Washington Wizards, they are middle of the road right there. We're giving up 106 points per game out there. Now, I will say, I'm going to say this straight up, man. Let me go to the player stats here. It's going to come down to the point guard matchup. It's going to come down to John Wall going up against Kyle Lowry. Now, Kyle Lowry and John Wall in the past in the postseason have not always been that great. I think I just read a stat saying that in John Wall's last playoff game, he went with like 0 for 11 in the 4th quarter. So, assuming he's healthy and everything like that, man, he's good for 19 points out there, 4 rebounds, about 10 assists. Definitely one of the best point guards in the NBA. Bradley Beal having his best NBA season, was an all-star this season. And then after that, it's like, you know, which guys are going to step up? Otto Porter, I think, needs to be that big-time third option. I was kind of hoping he was going to become a 20-point per game scorer for this Washington Wizards team. His contract certainly says he should be because he is getting paid like roughly $100 million contract, guys. Kelly Oubre out there, 12 points, 4 or 5 rebounds, always a good player. Markieff Morris. You got Mike Scott there, who's a great shooter. The center position's not great, man. Marcin Gortat looks like he's on his last freaking legs, and then some there. It's just like 8 points, 8 rebounds out there. He's okay, but I know a lot of Washington Wizards fans are probably looking forward to maybe getting a better center in the future because Ian Mahinmi, he's not going to do that much for it. Another player that's ridiculously overpaid. So really, like, who is going to contain Jonas Valanciunas? That's not like, I'm not saying Valanciunas is like an absolute beast, but him and Serge Ibaka in that front court, like Serge and Markieff Morris, okay, that'll be an okay matchup right there. But Valanciunas, like, I have no idea. Like, is Marcin Gortat going to be able to stop him? Because Jonas is definitely more of a finesse scorer out there with, you know, his post moves and even his mid-range shots pretty decent. But no, man, it's going to come down to Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan versus John Wall and Bradley Beal, man. Facts of the matter right there. And then really the second unit and how they all play. And, you know, because when the stars go to the bench, which second unit is going to come out and give that team, you know, the momentum going forward and stuff like that, and who's going to be a liability to the offense out there. I definitely have my money on the Toronto Raptors. I don't think John Wall is completely healthy yet, so it's definitely going to hurt him right there. But man, from a scoring standpoint, from a three-point shooting standpoint, the Raptors are looking like this. Kyle Lowry, 40% from 3. I just really hope for the sake of this guy's sanity that he has a good, playoff series, man. He absolutely needs. I feel bad for Toronto Raptor fans because just nobody really cared that they are the number 1 seed. So they're just going to choke anyway. Hopefully that changes. Valanciunas also shooting about 41% from 3, so we can definitely, you know, put it up there. He only averages about 1 of 10 per game, but still, man, he makes it when he shoots it. So Serge Ibaka can always stretch out the floor, bring some defense, shot blocking, 1.3 a game out there. So yeah, man. I feel like we didn't really look at the Washington Wizards all that much right here, but yeah, here's the rest of the stats for them. Just if you guys are curious, Jody Meeks gave him about 6 points a game, and his 3-point shot at about 34%. So maybe it's a good thing he actually won't be playing. So yeah. All right, let's get going on this playoff series simulator. It's going to be a good one, guys. My prediction for this series, though, damn, it can go one of two ways. Like, it could either be a 7-game series if John Wall is completely healthy and chemistry is not an issue, just because I feel like they are a better team than that. But I'm kind of leaning toward chemistry being off. I'm kind of leaning toward to health being a big issue for the Washington Wizards. And honestly, I'm leaning towards the Toronto Raptors really coming in focused in this round one, knowing that they cannot choke, man. But at the same time, all that extra pressure can be big time mentally for you, right? So part of me says Toronto Raptors in 4 games. Part of me thinks this is going to be a sweep, but at the same time, if the Washington Wizards were to get 1 or 2 wins out there, I definitely would not be surprised. You know, if John Wall and Bradley Beal just had one of their crazy games and outplayed DeRozan and Lowry. But man, from a depth standpoint, I feel like the Toronto Raptors have it on lockdown, and I really do think this team isn't going to go away so quietly this time around. So here we go. Simulate. We'll simulate with Simcast. First game of this series at the Toronto Raptors court. Simulate with Simcast. See how this all goes. Simulate game. Lineups are all good to go, guys. Toronto Raptors off to a good start right here. And it looks like they are winning the first game by 20 points, 111 to 91. John Wall in his first game here, 21 points, 8 assists, 16 for Oubre, 14 for Bradley Beal, 7 for 19. Not great, did not make any 3-pointers. He definitely has to make those for this team to have any chance out there. Otto Porter, I mean, for a guy getting paid, you know, $100 million, gotta do better than that. Ty Lawson, 2 points out there himself. And then we got DeRozan having an MVP caliber game at 37 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. OG Wine Kenobi out there, that's what I call, man, because the boy's like a Jedi out there, man. 16 points, 10 for Van Vliet. Did not really mention him at all. If you want to talk about backup point guards, look no further than Van Vliet as one of the best in the NBA at doing that. Norman Powell at 10 points himself. Valanciunas, I mean, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, did a little bit of everything, but didn't really do too much of anything. So yeah, and it's like 5 points and 6 rebounds, one of those hustle guys I was talking about. Kyle Lowry, this is what I like to see. No, he was not shooting good. 2 for 8. You know, don't shoot too much then, man. Like, get other players involved. 6 assists is nice. 13 rebounds, you know, grabbing the boards is always big time, getting 3 steals out there. So, yeah, not a great game for him, but don't hang your head about it either. All right, we got game 2. Simulate with Simcast. See how this one goes. Toronto Raptors up 1-0. Looks like... Okay, so the Washington Wizards bounce back and they take away home court advantage from the Toronto Raptors, winning 107-100 after a great fourth quarter, scoring 29 points to the Raptors 19. 28 points for John Wall and 9 assists with 4 steals, looking like all-star John Wall to me right there. Bradley Beal also getting everybody involved on offense with 8 assists plus the 22 points. Better game than last time around. Markieff Morris dropping 17 and 8. I think his style of play is going to be big time for this Washington Wizards team to have any success out there. And then we got Ty Lawson at 6 points. Marcin Gortat, yeah, looking like he should be retired freaking 10 years ago, man. And then we got DeRozan dropping 20. Good balance scoring out there. It's just nobody really absolutely took over this game. Kyle Lowry, come on, man, you got to shoot more than 6 times out there. Like, I know you don't want to. I know you're afraid of, like, missing stuff, but... You know, it's still a pretty decent game, though. I guess 10 assists with 6 turnovers is not great, which is a big reason they probably took the L right there. All right, we got game 3. Simulate with Simcast. See how this one goes. Series tied 1 game apiece. Washington Wizards off to a great start, 29-23. But ultimately, guys, it was a close game, up and down. The Toronto Raptors winning 101-98 right there. Bradley Beal on the losing team, 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. 18 for John Wall, 15 for Markieff Morris. Oubre at 14, and a decent game for Otto Porter. Once again, Marcin Gortat, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. I gotta stop roasting the guy. I gotta leave him alone. Okay, Serge Ibaka, 15 points, 11 rebounds. You know, really, this game came down to balance itself. Just, once again, nobody absolutely took over, but everybody played pretty damn solid out there. Van Vliet, 10 points and 4 assists off the bench. Kyle Lowry, once again, did not shoot all that much. We got the 10 assists and 5 rebounds, so that's nice to see. All right, we got game 4. So 2 games to 1 for the Toronto Raptors. Are they going to go up 3-1? I feel like this is a must-win for the Washington Wizards. Simulate with Simcast. Here we go, man. Here we go. And so far, it's pretty close, looks like, up and down the board. But the Toronto Raptors take the 3-1 series lead, 104-94, taking home court back from the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal, 28 points, so a great game for him. John Wall, 18 points, 8 assists on 9 for 20 shooting. So, you know, just below 50%. I mean, not really that bad of a game. The rest of the team, nobody really stepped up at all, which is like I was saying, guys, it's going to come down to that. They absolutely need another player on this team to be that certified third option that can take some of the scoring load off of a hurt John Wall. So, you know what I'm saying, man? Kyle Lowry, his best game of the series. Love seeing that. 24, 5, and 6 with 3 steals for him. 5 for 9 from 3. Van Vliet got himself 16 points. DeRozan kind of took the night off a little bit, but still got 8 assists and 4 rebounds out there. Valanciunas, a double-double for him. Really, the centers of both teams have kind of been, like, not really doing all that much, and a really good all-around game defensively and just from a stat line standpoint for Serge Ibaka. Okay, 3-1. Washington Wizards, you gotta sweep the series now. I don't see that happening here, man. Simulate with Simcast. See how this goes. Simulate game. We got the Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards. Okay, Wizards. Damn, dude, they were like, yeah, it's time to win. That fourth quarter, 35-27, absolutely just blew out to the Toronto Raptors by 21 points. John Wall, 26 and 6 assists on 10 for 17 shooting. That's fantastic. 20 for Bradley Beal, and everybody else doing a little bit of scoring out there, which is just enough, man. But defensively is where this team is really what took this game over for the Washington Wizards. We do got DeRozan at 25 and 7. We got Valanciunas 14 and 7. Kyle Lowry 9, 5, and 9. And then nobody else did anything at all. Like, that bench just did absolutely horrible. So here we go. 3-2. Simulate with Simcast. I think this is like, no, I think some of my other videos we've had pretty deep series too. But for the most part, it's been pretty one-sided for the first round, which is typically how it is. Simulate game. It's gonna be the final one. Or are we gonna go to a game 7? It looks like we are going to a game 7, guys. The Washington Wizards had no. Is this? Yeah, is it 3? I think it's 3-3, isn't it? Wow, man. Washington Wizards taking it to a game 7. The Toronto Raptors winning 107-102. 31 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks from John Wall. Markieff Morris had a great game, 16 10, dropping the double-double. Otto Porter, the type of game he needs to be having all around. And then Bradley Beal didn't really do too much, which is not great for the Raptors because, like, Bradley Beal ain't gonna be that off every single night, right? For the Raptors, 41, 6, and 3, a very heroic performance by DeMar DeRozan. Just ultimately was not enough. Kyle Lowry, good all-around game. Offensively, didn't, like, nobody besides DeMar DeRozan gave anybody, like, did not help with scoring at all, man. They pretty much won that final game for Kobe offense out there where he dropped 60 points. Like, just give the ball to DeRozan. He'll shoot every single time. Not going to win you many playoff games. All right. Here we go. I think this is the first time in this round 1 series, guys. The first game 7 we are seeing. Simulate with Simcast. For all the marbles, who is moving out according to NBA 2K18? Let's get it going. Looking like it's good back and forth right there, man. It looks like we are going to have an upset. Yes, we have the Washington Wizards upsetting the Toronto Raptors in a 7-game series. The Raptors blew the 3-1 lead, man, choked away the series. The Washington Wizards, 40 points in the third quarter. Absolutely crazy. 25 for Bradley Beal, 25 for Morris, 16 for John Wall. Good scoring effort from everybody out there. And then looking at the Toronto Raptors, 23 for DeMar DeRozan. Pretty good game. Kyle Lowry did not really get going at all this series. I will say, man, if Kyle Lowry's series is any indicator of this video, he's going to be gone next season, man. I don't think Raptor fans are going to wait around for him again, you know, to do the same song and dance. Anyway, guys, give me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts on the series. Remember, it is just NBA 2K18, so take it with a grain of salt. This is more about the discussion of things. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out.